Would like to ask a question on this uh, European Union's report on the human rights. Uh, I wanted to know, first of all, whether this report includes or catalogs the human rights violations by the LTTE, or it's only the government. And two, if it's only of the government, is it for any specific period, or is it over the last few years of the year 2000, say 5 to 2009? So just wanted to know its scope. Uh, what is the analysis done for what the LTT did? Because the United Nations report put them on par. Whether the European Union also has gone into this question.
Yes. Any other questions, please? Yes, sir.
My name is Allard Wagemaker, Netherlands. I have a question for Mr. Kugel, and it's about the EU, of course. And I refer to a recently report, or better say, a strategy, a maritime strategy for Asia and the Indian Ocean, which has come out from the EU, which actually shows that there is an increasing interest of the EU for the Indian Ocean and therefore for South Asia and East Asia. With that in mind, and the increasing trade volume, not to Sri Lanka, but moreover to South Asia and East Asia, will that also lead to a different stand towards especially Sri Lanka, in order to benefit from its very strategic location? I'm a defense attaché from the Netherlands.
Well, we have two questions. I can take a third if there is, otherwise we'll go into the answers. All right, Doctor, please.
Thank you very much. First question was regarding the EU report on human rights. If I understand this correctly, it's an annual exercise, so which goes into several years back. The EU is preparing the report on human rights, like the US is preparing annual reports on human rights. So you can find the answer to your question probably looking to the past editions of these reports, and I'm not sure to which actually you are referring. So there is no any stable methodology to which time frame it should refer in this report.
Well, if I may interrupt you,
yeah.
I've seen the US past reports, and they actually are concentrating on April to May 19th of 2009. I have not seen any specific allegations of human rights violation, and I always have seen the United States has given much more focus to in the past, except for this last period, to the LTT human rights violations, recruitment of child soldiers, and things like that. And I find that's not there in the references I've seen in your European Commission.
But then probably you can find more information in the reports on terrorist organizations. So that can be covered already, the activity of LTTT in the other reports. So
that means your this is my last intervention. That means your report is only on the Sri Lankan government, but not on the LTT. Is that right?
It should be on human rights violation
By the LTT.
by everyone who committed
Is the
this
LTT
violation.
LTT? I have got the, according to my information, that's why I'm asking you whether I was told that the EU does not include the LTT violations.
I would need to go
Yeah,
in details through
all
this
right.
to give you the
Fine.
correct answer, but to my understanding, there must be some reference to LTT activities and human rights violations also in this report in previous years. Then concerning the importance of Indian Ocean for EU as well, in light of the increasing the shipping through the Indian Ocean, and should it lead to change in EU stance on Sri Lanka, I think that's one of the considerations we need to take into account. That's what I meant in my presentation, that our European approach should be more multifaceted, multidimensional, and we have to somehow find the balance between these different interests. And probably the strategic importance of Sri Lanka will be growing, so if we will not want to stay in the cold, then probably we need to reconsider our position on Sri Lanka also because of the strategic concerns. And at the same time, we need to find some acceptable solution to address these human rights concerns. But if we are realists, then we need to calculate different interests and find some political solution acceptable to our societies also, which can bring the most benefits in the end of the day. Thank you.